right, y'all. 6 hours later, I am in the big state of Illinois. Been looking forward to this trip all year. I got my tag back in August in the mail, and I've got a buck tag and a doe tag. So, hoping to get in here and get in some of these places. I've been looking and looking for the last 6 months on onX Maps, looking at places. I wanted to have some places pinned down that I want when I got here. I wanted to go straight to them and try them out and see what they looked like in person. Just put boots on the ground, get back in here and check them out, and I finally made it. Got my hunting license at the little vendor here in the local town, and finally got out here and got parked where I'm fixing to take off. It's probably about a mile walk, mile and a half, almost 2 mile walk back in here where I'm going to go. It's about 3 o'clock, so I don't have a whole lot of time, but I want to get back in here, maybe get set up for an quick evening hunt. And I may not go all the way back in there, but at least get back in here a little ways and look for some signs, scrapes, whatever I can find. So, looking forward to it in the big state, big buck state, right here in Illinois, right in the prime of it. So, right here at the end of October, I'm actually going to hunt about 3 days. I'm going to hunt. Today's Friday. I'm going to hunt till probably Monday, and then I'm going to go back home. Then I'm going to come back the first week of November, when things should be primed up. And it'll probably be a little more crowded, but I'm going to try to hunt throughout the week, and that should help. That'll knock out about half the crowd, hopefully, but there's still a lot of people out there on, taking vacation when that first week in November when the rut's really hot and heavy. So, never been here before in my life, never been to the state of Illinois hunting, and this is all new. I'm pretty much going in blind, but I've got the gear. I'm got the Mathews dialed in, ready to go, got my camera gear. And I think I'm ready. So, I'm ready to take on the challenge and get in here and see if we can get one killed next 2 or 3 days. So, let's get back in here and see what we can find. Got an old dried up creek right here. Where I'm headed to is cross this creek, go up on top of another ridge, drop down the other side. There's another creek that's running down through there, and it's up against some bean fields. And so got a little ways to go, but pretty neat looking little spot right here. A couple little trails coming off this bank, coming down crossing this creek. Pretty good looking spot right here. But I'm gonna keep on going, cross up over this ridge, get down in there by this creek, get set up for a couple hours. So let's get over. Alright, I found a spot I might possibly set up tonight. Right here. Deer's got that absolutely beat out. All kinds of tracks. Crossing this creek, going right up that bank right there. Might get over here and get set up in one of these trees. It's pretty down in here. It's a pretty spot right here. Definitely deer crossing right here. Might get my feet a little bit wet, but I'm gonna try to get across right here. Alright, I'm all set up. Got a scrape right here to the left of me. Got a scrape right here in front of me. So, got some bean fields right here behind me, about 100 yards. They've been working the edge of this bean field, making these scrapes. I'm hoping to catch something coming through here, working their way towards these bean fields right here before dark, hitting their scrapes right here on their way. So, we'll see. Got a pretty good feeling about this spot. It's just first evening, first hunt. So, seen lots of sign, lots of big roads right over here all around me. And like I said, 2 scrapes. So, we'll see what happens. This is a good looking spot. It's kind of thick over here in front of me. I got the wind hitting me in the face, blowing out towards this field. These trails are coming in this way. These scrapes, if they come and hit these scrapes, it should be fine on the wind. So, I'm up here pretty high, probably about 20 feet up this walnut tree. It's a fork right here where I'm at. So, pretty good spot. Let's sit here till dark and see what happens. Well, I might be paying for hunting close to some private land. I've heard nothing but a combine all evening just rat on its way away. We're probably 300 or 400 yards to the east of me over here. But it's part of it. finally made it back here at the truck. Fixing to turn on my little handy dandy Walmart light that I bought a couple years ago. I've been using. It's pretty handy. It's literally just like a battery powered lantern. Pretty handy. I can set it up here. See what I'm doing. Put it up here on my coolers. Put my bow up. Eat me some snacks, whatever. Pretty sweet little deal. But anyway, y'all, first evening in Illinois is in the books. Got here at about 3 o'clock, rolled in here at 3 o'clock this evening. I had a spot on the Onyx picked out that I wanted to go check out really bad, and I thought, well, I've got about 500 different pins dropped on places I want to check out between now and when I come back in November. But so far, things are looking pretty good. I got here to this spot, parking spot I wanted to get parked, and I walked back in there at this place, and it's about 1.5 miles back in there, and had to cross a couple creeks to get back in there. It's up pretty close back to some bean fields on some private. And got back in there, took my saddle, got up in a tree, ended up finding 7 or 8 different scrapes right in one area. A good trail coming through, just a prime looking spot. First rattle out of the box. And I had a feeling it would be a good spot according to just looking at Onyx. You can't tell everything from looking at a map, but I could definitely tell it should be a good spot running along that field, and just the way the terrain laid. But got up in there, I don't know, it was probably 4:30. I ended up getting up in the tree, getting set up, camera set up and everything. And sat there for 2.5 hours and ended up having a decent 8-point come right under my tree, right under me. And another buck was right behind him. He was smaller, probably a 6-point. And they passed through there just right there about 15 or 20 minutes before dark there, and come right through there. I could have killed the 8-point. He was probably, I don't know, as wide as his ears. I don't know if you could tell much in the camera. I videoed him a little bit. You can hear him in the leaves come walking in. But he was a decent buck, just definitely not nothing I want to shoot on the first day in Illinois. But I will say I'm going to hunt about 3 days this go around, and I'm going to come back and hunt about a week to 10 days in November. And before I go home and eat a tag and I head back south to Arkansas, I will have something in the cooler. It may be that buck I seen tonight before it's over with at the end, but I might as well get my money's worth and fill a tag. So, but I'm after, obviously, I'm in the heart of Illinois right here. I'm after at least a 150-inch buck. I'd sell for 140, 150. It'd be nice to get a 160-inch somewhere in there. Just sure enough nice 4.5, 5-year-old deer would be nice. But I'm gonna have to work for it and get back in them places and just grind it out. But I literally just rolled up here, like I said, late this evening. Bunch of coyotes back here howling. I rolled up here and just went to this spot on the map, got back in there and just had a couple hour hunt. Already seen 2 bucks, lots of signs, so things are looking good. I'm gonna go back into town and I'm gonna get a few things. I gotta get some bottles of water and some ice, just a few snacks and stuff to snack on while I'm out here, because I'm not gonna be going in town much at all. I was gonna originally just stay the night under a tree down there where I got up in the tree, because it looked so good. I was like, man, I was just gonna stay right here, but I didn't have any water and I didn't bring my battery pack for my phone or anything, so I thought, well, tonight I'm just gonna go back and get all that stuff and go into town and get everything I need. That way when I come back out here, I can stay for a while. I ain't gotta worry about going into town for much. So yeah, that's pretty much it here on the first evening. I'm gonna hunt here probably till Monday. Today's Friday, so no telling what I'll get into. Hopefully find a nice buck here before too long. But I'm gonna get packed up here and head into town, get a few things, and we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, y'all, day 2, first morning here in Illinois. Getting a few things packed up here, fixing to head out. Feeling pretty good. It's a little bit windy, about 50 degrees. I wish it was a little bit colder, but it just still looking forward to them good frosty mornings, man, where it's it's nice and crispy and cold where it just feels right. But deer's been moving. I mean, they've been putting down sign, and things are looking good here so far. I can't complain too much. Sat in the spot like I was talking about last night. Coming here a couple hours before dark, went back in there, set up, saw 2 bucks and a lot of sign. So it's looking good so far. But like I said, just getting a few things thrown in the pack here. Gotta have my good old trusty honey bind. Got something to snack on later. Probably plan on staying out pretty much all day. I don't know if I'll even come back here today. I'll probably hunt pretty hard all day long. I'll probably hunt one spot that I got in mind over here early this morning. Hunt it till about probably 10 or 11 o'clock. Then probably get down and move around, look around some more, find some other fresh sign, and hunt it too. I don't want to burn out just one spot since I'm just here for 2 or 3 days. I want to move around a little bit and look around. This is my first time being in this on this public ground here, so I want to kind of be mobile, move around, and explore a little bit. And I don't want to just dedicate to one spot. But for me, a little bit stopped up this morning. But for me, it's hard for me not to, when I find good sign somewhere, it's hard for me not to hunt on sign. I'm just that type of guy. I find a lot of sign, I like to kind of stick with it. But like I said, being a new piece of ground and stuff, I'm just gonna try to stay mobile and move around a little bit. So, but y'all, I'm gonna throw a couple more things in the pack here, and we'll start heading that way. It'll take me probably an hour or more to get back in there where I'm going and get set up. By the time I get in there and get up in the tree, it'll be getting daylight. So I'll see y'all on the tree. About 9 o'clock. I ain't seen nothing but squirrels. Wind's picking up. It's cooled down some too. I'm gonna sit here until about 11 o'clock or so. I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna put some boots on the ground, go around this way. There's quite a bit of public going around to the east of me right here. I'm gonna go and look for some more sign. Might find some good rubs and more scrapes, but it'd be hard to beat this sign right here. You can literally see the wet spots where they've peed in these scrapes probably early this morning before daylight. Come through here. But a lot of sign right here. Just ain't seen much this morning so far. But I think this is going to be a better evening spot. I think they're going to filter through here more late in the evening like that. Those 2 bucks did last night. We'll hang out for a while longer, see what happens. Kind of a thick, flat area. Right here it's real flat, but it's thick. Rub right there, rub right there. There's a rub, looks like maybe from last year, right here. There's another rub over that way. It's definitely kind of a bedding area right here. If I can find a good scrape or a decent trail coming through here, be a good place to set up tonight. I'm gonna keep on walking for now, just keep looking. Pretty cool bluffs right here. Some little overhangs. Running around the side of this ridge. Just hoping to find a trail or maybe some rubs between this bluff and this draw down here, but it don't look like they really use this through here much. Up on top up there might be different. Regardless, pretty good looking spot. set up right here. A dang good looking spot. There's literally scrapes all up and down this edge right here. This, I'm kind of back behind me, it's kind of open. Over here across from me, it's really, really thick timber. There's just kind of a little strip through here. They've been running up down there making scrapes. There's literally, I'm right on top of two of them right here. So, I could see something maybe come slipping up through here, checking these scrapes right before dark. You can never tell. I mean, this one right here in front of me is really pawed out good. I mean, they're fresh. This one that's on up the road, I'm hoping when she heads that way, probably comes from this way. It's actually got a wet spot still in it, so I'm just trying to hunt side. That's the best thing I know to do. So just keep on hunting side and see what happens. Well, y'all, first full day here in Illinois. Just made it back to the truck. I've been gone all stinking day. I left here at 5 o'clock this morning, took off walking. And it's, turn this down a little bit. Almost 8 o'clock. I just now got back to the truck here, so. Pretty good walk out. Heat me up some water here. Gonna dump me some noodles in here. Make me a bologna sandwich and put some food in my belly. Little recap up tonight. I don't know if y'all could see it on the camera, but my plan worked out right there where I set up on them scrapes right there. Just literally a scrape line going to the cornfields, and I was expecting something probably to come through right before dark, and sure enough, right there before dark, I mean, probably 20 minutes still left of shooting light, there's a pretty nice 8-point come walking in right from to the right of me, and he came walking right under me. Turn my light down here. Come walking right under me, hit that scrape right in front of me. I could have shot him right there at 15 yards, but again, he's probably 120-inch 8-point. Just not nothing I wanted to shoot here in Illinois, especially not on the first full day. I've barely even been hunting much, so Doing a hunt in the morning, then I'm gonna head back south to Arkansas and come back to Illinois here in about a couple more weeks, and probably first week in November. So can't complain too much. I don't know. I'm kind of in the southern part of Illinois here where I'm at, and I've seen some sign, like I've seen some deer, but I honestly think that the rut's a little bit behind here compared to even in Arkansas, because a lot of my cameras back home in Arkansas, I've been getting pictures all day of bucks running, chasing does. And here, every buck I've seen, there's been other bucks with them. So that tells me they're still a little bit grouped up. They're not real chasing hot and heavy here yet. They are laying down some scrapes. They do have it on their mind from what I'm seeing. But I think I'm just a little bit early, which I knew I was. I wanted to mainly come just look at a couple of these places and kind of scout around a little bit. But water just about boil now. But that's mainly what I wanted to do on this trip, just come and do a little scouting, maybe kill something while I was at it. But got familiar with a few places so far, and I've dropped some more pins, made some tracks around here, so you can always come back here. I may not come back to this area when I come back. I may go farther north, hit a different place I've got in mind. But hey, this is Illinois. This is what it's all about. I just love being out here. I love bow hunting, love being up in the tree chasing these whitetails. So it's what I live and breathe. Missing my wife and kids a little bit. You know, it gets kind of lonely out here by yourself. You get back to the truck, you ain't got nobody to see. Ain't really nobody to greet you when you come back. It's just kind of just an old lonely, quiet feeling. But you know, it's not too bad. You know, I'm just, good Lord's blessed me to be healthy and able to even do this. You know, that's just, you can't ask for no more than have your health, and can't ask for any more than that. So, well, y'all, I'm gonna get me a bite to eat here, fill my belly up, and I reckon I'm gonna get in the truck and bed down for the night and go again in the morning. So we'll see y'all in the morning. All right, I changed location. I drove about 20 miles back to the west. Another spot I found on the map. There's a big old bottom running up and down through here, and there's scrapes, and the trail just wore out. About probably a quarter of a mile, there's a bunch of big bean fields on down this bottom. So these deer is traveling up and down through here, and they're hitting these scrapes. And that's the scrape right here in front of me. There's 3 of them. Man, this one is pawed out big time right here. It's fixing to come a rain. I might have to put my rain gear on, but I'm gonna try to stick it out till about 11 o'clock or noon. Might be something to come up and down through here. Perfect morning though. I love hunting when it's drizzling rain, or light rain. Good time to kill a good buck. I'll sit this one out till about noon. Could be something come by any time up and down this bottom. Rain's definitely picking up though. Alright. It's flat coming down now. It's definitely set in. This looked on the radar and it's supposed to do this for the next 4 or 5 days here. It ain't supposed to slack up much. Temperatures ain't really dropping much. It's just gonna be wet and nasty. Pretty much non-stop rain, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I'm gonna crawl up and out of here, get in the truck, and I'm gonna head on back to Arkansas and come back to Illinois here in about a week and a half, or a week or so, and try my luck again. But I've seen bucks, seen deer, just didn't see anything I wanted to sling an arrow at. So I'll see you guys back in the truck. Check this out, guys. Really pretty ridge right here. Beautiful woods. Man. Kind of some thicker cover up through here. Yeah, it's a little bit open where you can see. It's a really pretty ridge, pretty woods down here. I wish I'd have come to this area earlier, because man, I found an absolute heck of a scrape line down there. I mean, every 20 yards there's a big old scrape laid down, rubs on trees, fresh. I almost know if this rain slacks up, which I don't think it's supposed to. I'm gonna look at the radar and get better service, but if this rain stops tonight, it's gonna be a break in the morning or something, or tonight, I'm gonna be back down here and I'm gonna be sitting watching that trail and that scrape line. So I got a feeling there's a good buck laying down in scrapes. And I threw up a camera. I got one camera I threw up there. I couldn't stand it. I may not ever see that camera again, or one day I might come back and get it. And I threw it up down there. And right on a big scrape, right on a trail that's coming through there on that bottom. So might send me some pictures tonight. I'm curious to see what comes through there the next 3 or 4 days. And if something's good is using that, and there's a lot of deer coming through there, I'll come back here in November. But we'll just see. Look at the weather later. I'm gonna get on down here and get to the truck. Alright, y'all. That's gonna be a wrap for this first trip to Illinois, here in southern Illinois. I found some really good spots, dropped a lot of pins, done a lot of walking. Seen some deer. I seen a lot, like I said, I seen a heck of a lot of sign right there at the last. It's kind of tempting not to stay another day. I found just a massive scrape line. I mean, it's just really solid down the bottom. I bet there's a scrape just 3 foot across, every 20 yards under every little limb he could find. He's been rubbing the heck out of the trees. Just sign everywhere, big tracks. I couldn't stand it. I threw up a camera, and I'm gonna let it sit there this week, and I may possibly come back Halloween weekend or the first week in November. Just depends on what I kind of see on that camera. But if nothing really catches my eye, I for sure want to go up north, and I want to hunt in the farther north corner of the state up there, and some places I found on the map. Maybe try that out. But I give it heck here for a couple days. Seen some bucks. I passed up 2 decent 8 points. They were probably 120-inch 8 points. They both come right under me. I could have killed both of them. They had some bucks with them. Oddly enough, every buck I seen here was grouped up with other bucks. So they may be a little farther behind, being a little bit farther kind of southeast where I'm at here compared to where I'm at in Arkansas in the northwest part. So they're still a little bit behind here. So I think in another week it'll be even better here in this area. So I'm gonna come back here possibly in another week if I get some good bucks coming through that trail that I found. It's quite a ways back in there, but it's fairly easy terrain getting back in there, but it all kind of funnels down. I found a spot, it all funnels down into a bottom, and there's like 4 or 5 different ridges coming down into it, and a trail that's crossing a creek, and it's just a prime spot. Everything funnels into one, and that's where all those scrape lines are. So a heck of a spot for sure, I'd say, in the rut. So that may be where I possibly come back to if I get some pictures of some good bucks coming through there. So we'll see. But for now, I got a 5-hour trip back home to Arkansas. So I'm gonna find me a place to get some breakfast and get on the road and head home. So appreciate y'all watching this episode. That's all I got for now, but I'll catch back up with you guys here in probably another week. maybe doing a little bit of hunting here in the next couple days back home in Arkansas. Still got another buck tag there in Arkansas, so we'll see. I got one good buck down so far this year. Killed a bull elk. I'm on a roll this year, so hopefully my luck keeps on a rolling this year, and I can get a punch a tag here in Illinois and punch another tag in Arkansas. So got our fingers crossed. But appreciate y'all watching. Catch up with y'all next time.